a walk on any warm spring morning, and you will probably see the busy efforts of bees visiting the flowers to gather nectar and pollen. Both hive bees, like honeybees, and other species of solitary bees provide an important service to the flowers to help pollinate them so they can produce seeds. Let's learn a little bit more about these bees. Whether they are honeybees or solitary bees, bees have a pretty similar life cycle. They start out laying eggs. The eggs will hatch out into a larva. Eventually, the larva will go through metamorphosis and go into a dormant state called a pupa while it changes into its adult forms. Eventually, it emerges as an adult bee. Pollen and nectar are gathered as food for both the adult bees and the developing larval bees. When you mention bees, most people first think of honeybees. Honeybees are a hive bee that all work together. They collect nectar to take back to their hive to turn into delicious honey. This honey helps provide for long-term food for the hive to survive the winter. Within a honeybee hive, there are the worker bees. There are the male bees, the drones, whose job is to mate with the queen, and the queen who lays the eggs. The workers will have several jobs throughout their lives, depending on how old they are. They begin in the hive, helping to take care of the hive and feed the larvae and new bees. And eventually, at the end of their life, they become foragers, leaving the hive to collect the nectar to bring back for the honey. When a beehive gets too big, the queen and a number of the workers may swarm and break off to go in search of a new location for a new hive. The old hive raises a new queen and continues. The bees create beeswax. Some of this is shaped into cells for the developing bees as they go through their life cycle. Some of these are cells they use to store their honey in. These hexagonal wax cells use the least amount of material for the most amount of storage space. Honey can have different colors and different flavors depending on what flowers the bees collected nectar from. A fun thing to try at home is to get a couple different kinds of honeys from different types of flowers and compare the taste. There are many species of bees beyond just honeybees. These bees also are pollinators. One of these species, the well-known bumblebee, actually helps pollinate plants by vibrating their abdomen. Bumblebees can pollinate plants like tomatoes that honeybees have a difficult time pollinating. Many non-honeybees are solitary bees. They make a burrow or find a hole to lay their eggs in instead of living in a hive. Bees of all kinds are fascinating creatures and have an essential role to play in pollination. Join us next time for Phoenix in the Field, where we explore oak trees. Happy nature exploring! I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.